Hello! You're going to get creative today. To start with, I'd like you to have a look at these four pictures. What do these four personalities have in common? Do you know some of them, all of them, at least one of them maybe? What do they have in common? So we've got Usain Bolt, Mary Berry, Zoella, and Andy Murray. What do they have in common? If you said that they are all experts at what they do, then you would be right. Usain Bolt is an amazing sprinter. Mary Berry can bake heavenly and cook amazingly. Zoella is very, very famous vlogger and YouTuber, all about style and makeup, and she writes books too, I think. And then we've got Andy Murray, who is a spectacular tennis player. So we've been looking at gods and goddesses in the myths, and Greek myths in particular. What I want you to do is to think about a modern famous personality who could possibly be a god or goddess of some of these things. Speed, laughter, fashion, hair, baking, football, hip-hop, magic, poetry, beards, rain, memory, cats, books. Choose at least 5 of those for me and write down which famous personality you think might be the god or the goddess of that particular skill. Today we're going to design your own modern deity. A deity is a god or a goddess. So the first thing you're going to do is choose a well-known personality, and then you're going to write an encyclopedia entry describing this modern god or goddess. You should morph or change your personality into a god or goddess with powers that are related to their skills. Now, I know this can be quite tricky. It's a challenge in terms of writing, but I've done a little example for you to hopefully inspire you. So I have chosen Mary Berry, who I've decided is the goddess of baking. And here's an example of what your encyclopedia entry might look like. Mary Berry is the patron of bakers, confectioners, and food tech teachers worldwide. Mary is usually depicted wearing luscious pink jumpers and immaculately styled hair. Despite being the goddess of baking, Mary is never seen covered in flour or jam stains. Mary is often spotted holding a magical spatula and a golden muffin tray. If you cross or offend her, Mary will jinx your oven, which will result in all of your attempted bakes burning to a cinder. Mary is worshipped for her supernatural powers, such as making Victoria sponge that never goes stale, and perfectly even scones that butter themselves. Due to her remarkable powers, some inferior bakers, such as Paul Hollywood, have tried to sabotage Mary's baking by stealing her frosting and replacing it with shaving foam. Okie doke, so in a minute, hopefully having been inspired by my example, I'd like you to open up your Google Doc and use it to do some planning and to write your encyclopedia entry. Success criteria, in other words, what is it that I'm looking for? I want you to think about your personality's appearance, their character traits, their reputation, their achievements, relationships with other people, who their enemies might be, props. I want you to make sure that when you start writing that you write in the third person, that you use adjectives or any other wonderful creative writing techniques that you might be able to use, perhaps a simile or some alliteration. And then please use proper nouns. So I want names with capital letters. Most of all, be creative. Have some fun with this. Choose a personality that you know well and that inspires you so that you find it easy to write about them and to be creative with them. I look forward to reading your encyclopedia entries. Bye!